What up? This is Jay coming at you. Want to touch base with you to give you guys an update on how I'm doing with my classes, man. It's been crazy. It's been straight crazy. Like, here I am thinking being a 40-ish guy that I can just walk in here and, I can just knock it down and do it, and I ain't got to study, and, I just got it. You just got it. When you just got it, you just got it. And man, that's not the case. I've been out the league for so long that it's like you have to almost reprogram yourself on how to handle the classes, setting the time aside. It's more strategy than I realized. And I'm like, man, I pay bills. I have 3 kids. I co-parent with one. So I was about to say I raised 3 kids alone. I'm single, but that's not true. But yeah, I got 3 kids running around my house on a daily, and I can do this. I pay my bills. I can do this. All things are possible. Those who believe. I can do all things through Christ Jesus, which strengthens me. So I came in with a bit of extra zeal that maybe I shouldn't have had, and so I sit down and log in, get the password, all that situated, and we get rolling. And keep in mind, the kind of workforce I've been in over the years, this is going to sound silly to you, and for your trolls is your first line of the night. I had never used PowerPoint before, at least to my recollection. I had never used PowerPoint. So I had to adjust to reading material that's audibly going to read back to me, and then take my notes, right? Do my quizzes, your mid-chapter quizzes, your chapter reviews, and then take a test, and you have to get 100 to pass, and if not, it'll knock you out. It'll show you what's right and wrong, but then you have to go through the whole test again. So that kind of threw me for a loop in the beginning. I'm like, okay, it's only 10 questions. But as I start scrolling through some of these chapter quizzes, or these, mid-chapter quizzes, tests, are like 60 questions, 100 questions. So I'm like, oh, snap, and that requires more memorization, familiarizing yourself with the material, and then staying focused. And that's not what I expected. I knew it wasn't going to be a cakewalk, don't get me wrong. But I had to recondition myself. I had to talk to my sister. She's a great teacher. And, my niece, she's a teacher, and others. And just learning, they were schooling me on how to get ahead in school. How to curve things to your advantage. And it was humbling. I don't mind being humble. So in the end, we got it done. I'm moving through to module 4, aka chapter 4, and I have not downloaded my flashcards yet, and I am mainly, or should I say solely, getting the answers through just reading through the material and taking notes. I realize that it has a textbook, but it's electronically downloaded. So I was expecting to get an actual book that I read through, a softback or some hardback or something. Not the case. And I could see on some of the tests that the questions weren't previously in the information I covered during the chapter, or the definition of what this word is. I'm like, I went back and looked, it wasn't in the chapter. Guess what? It was in the book. So I'm learning now, obviously, you're going to have to read the book, take notes, highlight, obviously I need to download it, create a copy here. But all in all, it's very motivating because I do see God's hand in it. I see how I've been able to pass. And usually I'm getting about 70% right. So I'm making a few corrections, and I'm okay with being corrected, like I said earlier. Excuse me, I feel a yawn coming. You can't see this, but it's like, you can't see this. Anyway, you may not want to see it. It's 1:50 in the morning, so I'm way past my bedtime. So that's when my little one's going to be right up at 7:30, like, hi, Dad. Dad. Wake up, Dad. Dad, can we watch CoComelon today, please? You on YouTube, you got kids, you know about CoComelon. Shout out to CoComelon. But I should not be up right now. But I got this new, little deal with the setup, with the light and the speaker and all that jazz. So I had to try it out. Excuse me, just as a tool to encourage people coming down the road behind me. So the thing that keeps me going is, like, I know God's gonna send me through this, no doubt about it. And the blessing is learning something new. And the more I get into the information, the more I can relate to it. I can see myself as the owner. I can see myself as the seller. I can see myself as the buyer. I can see myself as the agent, the real estate agent, right? I can see myself experiencing eminent domain. And, someone coming in, the federal government or the state coming in, wanting your property, making you a fair and reasonable offer. And if you choose not to relinquish the land based on the fair offer, okay, then we're just going to confiscate it. You get nada. And then I saw in other brackets where the system is like leaning this way on certain things and leaning that way. Like if it's at wartime, they have the right to seize anything you commandeer, frankly, anything you have or anything we have. And, it's in the Constitution, that's how it should be, whatever, all right, cool. But just because something's in there, it's been there forever, don't mean it's right. Just ask Abraham Lincoln, you heard me? So, message. I'm just learning and becoming adapted to the information, and it's really cool because, like, I can keep up with it. I wasn't sure I would. I'm kind of savvy, so I thought, I could get it done. But it's been really chill, so I just want to encourage people, to say, stay at it, stay with it. You may not get it initially. See it through. Understand the time you need to put in, right? I don't expect to, because I'm allowed to do up to 3 modules, aka chapters at one night or within 124-hour period. That's not going to be the case for me. But if I did, I could be able to take the test in 2 weeks. But that's not going to be the case for me. My goal needs to be, my goal is to pass 1 session, aka chapter a day, possibly 2. So then that way, it'll obviously be not 14 days, but we'll say a cool month. But stay at it. If there's some modules, aka chapters, are shorter than the others, so some are extremely long. There's like 15 sections, 15 quizzes. So I wasn't expecting that. So in the end, I'm encouraged. I'm looking forward to seeing this to the end, and it's very, very insightful. So I want to encourage you, if you are the kind of person who can sit still and do self-paced, and go for it. Like, you can motivate yourself if you have discipline. If you don't need somebody standing over your shoulder saying, come on, we got to get it. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. You can do this. Then do the online version. If that's not who you are, frankly, real estate may not be for you, because it has to be self-motivating. Aside from that, though, if you feel like you can overcome your shortcomings and move into this, I would strongly encourage you to sit in the classroom. But understand the material is going to go by really fast. You may or may not get to ask questions. And there's a lot that comes with it. The gas, if your vehicle breaks down, all those kind of things. Here, I'm doing this in my drawers. But I'm in my drawers. I'm not physically in my drawers. Now, I got on gym shorts, but that's beside the point. You get what I'm saying. So, if it's for you, it's for you. Go for it. I just realized that I want this. I want to be a blessing. I want to be blessed. I want to continue to build on what I have some financial security, create some generational wealth. And this is a great opportunity. I'll say this and I'll close. There are a few legal businesses that you can interact in on a daily basis, or a monthly basis, or a quarterly basis, where you're able to move 10 to 15 to 30,000 to 40,000 to 6 figures in a month, right? You sell a home depending on the amount and the commission. There's tens of thousands of dollars involved. matter where you work, generally speaking, you ain't making 10 grand a month. For some people, that's no money. For some people, that's a lot of money. You know, you're making 10 grand a month, that's 120. You know, cause Uncle Sam's gonna take what, about 35% of that, but I mean, you're still living like a fat cat. So you're in Garfield mode. You know, the world is your John Arbuckle. You know what I'm saying? So there are a few professions where I can see that kind of money changing hands, legally speaking. I stress that again. So I'm like, this is an opportunity that's required in college, but I would consider this as some college course stuff. But it's very encouraging, and I feel like in the end, God's going to see me through. So I have to go. I'm getting very tired. Excuse me. I appreciate your time. Stay tuned. This is Jay Realty, aka whatever. God's been good to me. Stay close to the Lord. Be blessed. Have a great day. Take care.